This FileMaker demonstration is based upon a participant tracking database that I built for a study in the Division of Epidemiology and Community Health. Everything here that's not in these top menus is customized for the project. So in this case, what I have it do is go to the calendar and today's date, which is highlighted here, and it shows what is scheduled for each day. In this case, there are 3 baseline visits for the day. Saturdays and Sundays are colored blue because the study did not operate on weekends, and therefore anything scheduled for those dates would be easily identified as an error. What I'll take you through here is adding a new participant to the database. So I'm going to create a new record of someone who needs to be screened. I'm going to say that they send an email inquiring about the study, and then I'll add them to the database. So this will be me. All right, so the way this study worked is participants, after inquiring, would be sent an invitation to complete a screening survey in REDCap. I won't actually do that here, but clicking on this link would open REDCap so that the staff could send the invitation to that survey. But we're going to go ahead and assume that the survey was sent, the participant was screened, and was eligible. The next step would be to schedule visit 1. So say I'm doing a phone call here. And to do that, there was a study script, and this is available here. You can record notes on the participant. And at the end of this, assuming they are still interested, you can schedule the visit. I'm going to say that it is at Friday at 9 a.m. and then return to the participant. So scheduling call has now been completed and the visit scheduled. Clicking on this button here will send an email to the study participant. And here it is showing up in this at this email address. I'm going to fill in a bunch of these for REDCap. These are obviously not, since they say fake surveys, these are not actual survey links, but REDCap will provide survey links which then can be sent out in email invitations. So at this point, the visit has been scheduled, participants in process, and move on to the baseline steps. Now, based upon the date of the survey visit, clicking this set dates will fill in expected values for dates. In this case, the reminder call for the visit is 2 days before. I'm actually going to change that to the following day. And so now we'll pretend it is tomorrow, and I will send an email in reminder of the appointment. Click that that's done, and you'll see that the reminder is now showing up. The reminders have the name of the participant, the date and time, and the ECRC address. When it's the day of the visit, you can print this visit flow chart. So this, I'm going to cancel the actual print job, but you can incorporate really almost all elements of your study into this or I should say the study measurement process, into this database. So here it's got the participant's name, ID, well, if you want to do that, and then all the steps of the visit, along with, for example, the suggested visit to scheduling. Returning to the participant, we'll say that they were given a patch and the visit was completed. If you had needed to reschedule and change the date, then you could reset the dates there. Moving on, there's part of the process was to give them a call, to send them a packet. Now in this case, there's also a button to add labels, or to print labels. I'll skip through that. And then there is another button to send an email telling them to start their supplements. Check that that's done. You'll see that's up there. And this is the date that they should start the supplement. So sent on the 23rd to start on the 24th. Mark that they returned their patch, it was sent to the lab, and then just make up a date that they were sent their results. This is a way of printing the results to send that letter. Now there's a confirmation call with a script, and so this is much the same idea of just going to a script. We can set a follow-up date and time. Check that that's done. Labels can be printed for the first incentive. Now this email, check that that's done, and when that shows up, it's a little bit different in that this contains an invitation to fill out a REDCap survey. I'm going to resend that and I'll check that that was done. There it is. All right, it was just delayed in the email for a few moments. Okay, so this I'll show you. This has the link to a REDCap survey in it, so the participant clicks on that and is taken directly to their survey. The same thing is done additionally, in this case at day 56, so I'll just pretend that they've done that survey as well. And then this is that follow-up visit that was scheduled, and it suggests a target date, but this is the actual date it was scheduled. Then setting the dates will again fill in suggested dates. Now this patch check is scheduled for December 3rd, which is a Sunday, so you can just adjust that to Monday. I knew that because it was yellow, indicating that it was missing or a weekend. We'll say that you sent the reminder, they did their visit. There's a check-in, another email for a survey reminder, and I'll just go ahead and say that they did click on the link and fill that, return their patch, and results were sent sometime, and then a second incentive was sent that same day. So that takes you through the steps of this particular study. Again, all of this is customizable. One of the useful features is having this calendar, which shows you all of the activities that are scheduled for a given day. There is also, you can do reports of things. In this case, it's a baseline visit, so this sorts by the date of that baseline visit. There's also a page which shows all of the participants and what steps have been completed along the way. This is something you can sort by name, by their status, by what needs to be done next, or by their baseline visit or follow-up visit time. So each of these things gets checked off as it's checked off on the other page. Advantage of something like this is this, if somebody were missing surveys, okay, so there is one here, somebody who did not complete the survey, easy way to know, to get in touch with them and see what's going on with that. And again, this has, you can have your phone scripts in here and go straight back to your participant. You can do visit checklists, go straight back to your participant. And then there are also some printing. In this case, you can have letters printed, labels printed, etc. One thing I didn't go into too much. Oops, I need to get to the new participant. Again, so there's this place to record notes here, and there are also, each time you make a contact with the participant, you can put a note here. That's often come in very handy to clarify what happened when things go wrong, to have those notes about when contacts were made.